Recently, I've heard some rumors about good smallmouth fishing to be had in southeast Michigan on the River Raisin. Justin Clark does some guiding on the river and told me it can be an exceptional fishery.
Well, we're fishing the River Raisin today. The river itself, from the stretch we're going to be fishing, is pretty much all bedrock, cobble, boulders. Pretty rocky. I mean, there's not a lot of sand to it in that. Perfect smallmouth territory. You can't beat it. We're going to be fishing a soft plastic jerkbait. So Zoom Super Fluke Junior. You work it just like you're going to work your Rapalas and your Rogues and your Smithwicks and stuff like that. Just twitch them and let them die for a couple seconds and wait for the strike.
With waders on and rod in hand, Justin hopped into the river and almost immediately started fishing. The smallmouth had all but finished spawning, and it was now a matter of locating them. Justin has been fishing the Raisin for several years and knows all the areas to look for fish. By moving constantly and only covering the likeliest spots, chances are it wouldn't take long.
What are you doing, Justin?
I'm just casting it out there above, up current and that, and as it's working down current, just twitching it, moving around about a foot and a half. Just what it does is make that bait kind of zigzag, kind of walk the dog type of motion. And when you stop it, it just kind of wants to flutter. Sometimes it falls back, sometimes it goes straight down. It's really erratic bait. It goes any which way it wants to go. So smallmouth really like baits that don't have their mind of their own, so to speak. It's like to go everywhere. So
the Super Fluke definitely has the perfect action for these conditions. Casting up behind some weeds, a smallmouth came out and nailed the offering. Unfortunately, he left unscathed. Justin threw right back into the spot, and the fish couldn't resist. This time, the fight was on.
Let them calm down a little bit so we don't break the line when we're trying to land them. There we go. That's a big boy there.
That's what we're looking for, eh?
Yeah, that's right around that 3-pound range.
A nice River Raisin smallie was the reward for persistence. These fish hit with a vengeance and often will come back and give you a second chance after a missed opportunity.
Missed this one just a second ago and threw it right back in there, and there he was.
Along with MUCC, Justin believes that several of the dams along the River Raisin are hurting the fishery. Currently, we are working on a bill that would allow the DEQ to issue a permit to remove qualifying small dams. Some requirements would have to be met, but it would help in reestablishing the natural flow of some of Michigan's streams and rivers.
Well, this river here covers about 1,000 square miles of the whole entire watershed, and that really the thing that would really improve this river is we have a lot of low-head dams throughout the whole entire watershed, not just down here in Monroe, but up by Adrian, Blissfield, and all that. Basically what these dams do is slow down the progression of insects downstream and the fish coming up when they want to go spawn and just migrate throughout the season. If those were removed, I mean, you see larger fish, a few more fish maybe even too, and like in the springtime when you have the white bass and walleye runs, we can see that come up into here because let's face it, they can't jump dams. Woo! That's a nice fish there. Oh, get out of the weeds.
What happened on that one?
I took it right off the surface. Must have got right above the beds here. There we go. That's a big fish there. That's a little better fish. That's your average fish right here on a day-to-day.
Yeah.
You get 20, 30 of those on a pretty regular basis, on a daily basis out here, so barely got them right in the tip of the nose.
Like all the smallmouth he catches, Justin returned this fish back to fight again. While on the river, I couldn't help but think of the history behind this area of the state. Some of the earliest railroads and banks were opened in what would become Monroe County. It was also the site of heated battles in the War of 1812 and also during the Toledo War, where we lost the Toledo Strip but gained the entire Upper Peninsula.
The major thing that the River Raisin is noted for is probably for the bloodiest battle in the War of 1812. It's fought about 5 miles downriver here, what is now called the Port of Monroe. There's a historical site with the battlegrounds and everything, besides General Custer's. So it was just basically his second home. He was born down in Ohio, but he lived right down the street from where we're at here. So
Although he was a Civil War hero, Custer is best known for the massacre at Little Bighorn. Many people don't know that he was quite a taxidermist. No doubt back in the 1800s, he could have been seen along the banks of the River Raisin enjoying the outdoors. The river pulls many people to its shores. This evening, I bumped into good friend Brian Zadaraki and his daughter enjoying a nice afternoon of fishing. Even though smallmouth are in the bass family, they are a totally unique breed of fish. At home in many lakes and streams around Michigan, the smallmouth has a reputation for being a fighter. Besides spawning fish, you'll rarely see a smallie come up and just pick up a meal. Strikes are typically quick and ferocious. That's exactly what drives anglers to pursue them.
Smallmouths are pound for pound probably the strongest fighting fish. I mean, there's some days they'll come in and just suck it in nice and light, kind of like a largemouth. But as soon as you set that hook, they just go screaming off, and it's kind of almost like catching a small bonefish. I mean, they just fly. I've seen them go up about 4 or 5 feet in the air when you have them hooked on, just like jumping around. It's just, there's nothing else like it. Another 1 pounder. Right in the middle of the top lip there. Nice colors on that one. See if there's a third one up there.
This small flat seemed to be where the fish wanted to feed. Another cast and a third fish inhaled the bait. Justin says that once the spawning season is over, he starts systematically working the river to find where the fish have moved to. By fishing the river consistently, he's able to keep tabs on the water conditions and other changes that might affect the fish. This way, he's able to put anglers on nice, hard-fighting smallmouth. Another spot that can hold good fish is behind bridge pilings where bass can get out of the current and attack anything that comes by. That's just what this fish did.
Spit up a big old creek chub or shiner. Big old river shiner you just spit up. That's a big bait for that size fish right there. That's what he spit up, and that's what we're catching him on.
What do you call matching the hatch, yeah?
Yep. Feels like a spawned out female. A little soft on the belly there. Oh, there's another one.
The River Raisin is a perfect place to spend an evening of fishing. The wading is fairly easy and opportunities to wet a line abound. Tucked away in a corner of the state and surrounded by world-class walleye, muskie, and smallmouth in Lake St. Clair, Erie, and on the Detroit River, the Raisin can easily be overlooked. But those looking for high-flying smallmouth shouldn't count out this historic river. Get out and enjoy it. And if you don't know where to start, I know someone who could help you tangle with these small jaws.